Alright, welcome back to Python tutorial. In this tutorial, we're just going to go over basic exercises, right? To get you started on programming, right? So I can wish you happy coding, huh? So alright, so let's get into it. So this first question we are going to solve here is a mathematical problem. We're trying to compute something here, and it says, write a program that calculates the area of a room, get the length and width from the user. Alright, so what do we do? So to start, we'll say width. Right, I have to get the width. And okay, so here I can say input, right? No, I can say int, right? Say integer, right? And I say input, right? Then I have my parentheses, then I run. And now if I put 5, it works, right? Then how about if I run and the user decides to put something like 3.5, a floating point? What will happen? Alright, so as you can see, it shows an error, invalid literal. That is to say that an integer cannot handle a floating point, right? So when getting a value from a user, it is always advisable to use a float, alright, that can handle an integer and also a floating point. Alright, so let's continue and say please enter the length, right? The length, the width rather, the width of the room in meters, right? In meters. And let's copy these and let's copy these and paste it down. And all we have to do here is we change here to length. We'll say length, and we'll come here, we change this to length, right? And let's continue. So now we have to solve this problem. It says write a program that calculates the area. So area is basically length times width or width times length. So let's continue. So we'll say area of the room, and we say this equal to, which is width times length, right? So we say width. So let's just grab these, Ctrl C, and paste it here, and we'll say multiply and get these length, and then do same here, right? Then now we have to print it out, right? So we'll say print. Then we have to use our F string because we want to format it in a presentable manner, right? We want to say okay, the total area of the room is, then we have to use our curly braces here and get this area of the room, Ctrl C, and have it here, and then we run. So as you can see, say please enter the width of the room in meters. So let's say the width is 5.6, and then we run. Then it say please enter the length of the room in meters. The length, let's say length can be let's say 10.4. Let's run. And of course you can see the total area of the room is 58.2 current. All right, so if we want, we can set this to a particular number and I'll have it appear in maybe 2 or 3 decimal places, right? So let's continue to the next question, which says create a program that reads the length and width of a farmer's field from the user in feet, right? So the farmer have to enter these values in feet. So the program should display the area of the field in acres. All right, so in order to solve this problem, all right, we'll have to write some programs. So we can say length, all right? So we can say length is equal to, we can say float, right? Then we'll say input, right? Then we'll say input. Then what else we have to say? Then we have to make it presentable. Say enter, enter the length of the field in feet as specified, right? And then we'll have to grab these and paste it down and change this to width, right? I'll say width, and we'll come here and change this to width, right? All right, so now this is where we do the calculation. So now remember length area of the field, so we'll say area of the field, and we have to set it to equal to length, right, times width, right? All right, so now we'll have to get the total field acre, right? The acre of the field. Remember this, when a user enters, is entering it in feet, so our program have to convert it to he has to convert it to an acre. So right, so let's say total field acre, right? So I have to set it is equal to, okay, so before we do this, we need to know how many feet make 1 acre. All right, so let's go to Google and we'll say how many feet make 1 acre, and then as you can see, say 43,560 feet equals 1 acre square foot, right? And we'll come back here and then we say area of the field. All right, area, and let me just grab this, Control C, and let me say Control V, Control V, right? So area, this will be divided, since 43,560 square foot make 1 acre, so this will be divided, whatever we get here should be divided by 43,560. All right, so now how do we display our output, right? So now we display it as with the F string, right? I will say F, right, open and close, then we'll say the area of the field, all right, in acre, of course. Acre is, then have our curly braces, and then we'll say we'll have this here, Control C, Control V. All right, so now let's run. So now as you can see, it say enter the length of the field in feet. So let's say 600 and say enter, and enter the width of the field in feet, and let's say 800, and then enter. Of course, say the area of the field in acre is 11.0 and continuous, right? So I want to explain what is happening here. So Python, first of all, gets the input from the user, which is 600, 800. Okay, let me do this a little bit better, and this a little bit better. Okay, it gets the input from the user, then now it multiplies the length times the width. Okay, let's do this. Let's do no, before this, let's do print area of the field, right? Let's see. No, not that. Area of the field, Control C and Control V. Okay, so print area of the field, right? So when I run this, you see what happens is that we'll get, let's say 600 again, right? Enter 800, enter. Of course, you can see 48,000.0, all right, because we leave this, we will put this thing in float, so it has to have a 0.0, right? So what happens is that Python first of all gets this, all right, from the user, right? It has the total here, which is the area, right? So now I have to, in order to get the total field acre, Python now divides whatever value, which is the 48,000 that is gotten from here, by 43,560. All right, So this is it for this tutorial, and I will see you on the next one. Thank you.